12-year-old daughter. And I know, I don't look like a 12-year-old daughter. But my wife and myself were a very progressive couple. We're quite liberal. And when she was born, you know, we didn't want to give her a name. We didn't want to impose a name on her that she might not like in later life. So for the first 5 years of her life, we called her Baby Talbot. That's what we called her, Baby Talbot. And when she was 5, we thought to ourselves that we'd let her pick her own name, the name that we'd accept without question. And she's 12 years old now, and Princess Dairy Lee Triangle isn't fitting in all that well at school. I went to pick her up from school the other day, and I'm standing at the gates of the steps, or at the steps of the gates, and she comes running down the steps towards me with a big huge smile on her face, and my heart just leapt, and I thought to myself, do you know what? All those other kids are really ugly. Now, that might sound cruel, but my daughter goes to school with some real gargoyles. If I was their parents, I'd send them out to school wearing balaclavas. Except we live in Northern Ireland. Like, honey, I shrunk the IRA. She says to me, I left her to school this morning, and I got on the plane to come over here. And she said, Daddy, you know, do you have to go over to Manchester? And I said, yeah, I do. Yeah, I have to go over and tell jokes to strangers in a dark room. And she said, but do you really have to go away? Like, can you not just stay here with me and Mommy? You know, we love you very much. And I said, yeah, but you can't give me the love that I owe to strangers in a dark room in Manchester. Don't cry. Be brave, she said. I'll tell you a little aside. My daughter actually came to Edinburgh with me last year, and I did a show in Edinburgh, and I had her flyer in for me, and she actually won an award. She won the Malcolm Hardy Cunning Stunt Award. I swear to God, she actually won this, my daughter, my 12-year-old daughter. And what she would do is she would stand outside the venue and she would mingle among people, and she'd walk up to people and she'd go, have you seen my daddy? And they'd go, oh no, sorry darling, I haven't seen your daddy. And they go, well you should, the Scotsman says he's a very engaging performer. So she's signed for Avalon now. Her new sitcom is in pre-production. I'll tell you a little story. My daughter, for her 12th birthday, she wanted to go. She wanted tickets for One Direction, and yeah, I know. And so we got her tickets. It was before her birthday. It was preempted her birthday. We got her tickets for One Direction, and we were driving down to Dublin to the concert. And I say we brought her. My wife brought her. I went to the pub. We were having this discussion about One Direction. It was around the time that there was a lot of debate about two of the members, Hair 1 and Hair 2 we'll call them. They were in Colombia and they were caught smoking a joint. And there was a bit of controversy about it. Some people, you know, tore up their tickets and threw away their CDs. And my daughter said to me, she said, Daddy, I don't think that's a bad thing, you know, them just smoking a cigarette. They're big boys, they're allowed to do that. And I said, no, honey, I don't think you realise, you know, they were caught smoking a joint. And as the words left my mouth, I thought, oh shit, now I'm going to have to tell my daughter what a joint is. You know, 'cause every father has to have the joint conversation with his daughter. I just didn't want it to be that soon. So I said to her, when a daddy and a Pink Floyd album who love each other very, very much. It's a beautiful thing, everybody does it. Your mom and me do it. Like, no, I don't want to hear. I shouldn't have been worried. I was a bit worried, you know, that she might take up smoking and so on. And I needn't have been worried. At her 12th birthday, she had a party and her friends came over and they watched Frozen and they had crisps and sweets and all the rest of it. And they had these things called sherbet straws. You know what sherbet straws are? Yeah? Okay. And so our friends had these sherbet straws and they were walking around them sort of like Noel Coward. And they were going, yes darling, mwah, yes, oh gosh, mwah. And Kate wasn't doing it. And I said to her, you know, why aren't you walking around pretending to smoke the sherbet Sherbet straws? And she goes, no, Daddy, I won't do that. Smoking's a disgusting habit. You won't catch me doing that. And I said, fair play to you. You don't give in to peer pressure. You go your own way. I'm very, very proud of you. And it was just then that I noticed that she was chopping out lines of sherbet on the kitchen table.